Can you put us back on the other map, please?
I will in just a second. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump right into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Membership start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emote. Wow, screw you, game. In addition to that, if you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, like this one, we do have open slots available. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know if you want to join in on any of our games, any of our campaigns, and have some fun. Casimir, tell us what happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right, I was doing that. What did happen? I believe we came back just at the end of the Moonweaver questioning that we were doing. So we were in space at the moon with Eddie's after throwing him there. And we travelled back. I think Eddie's flung a couple of people back to Zodiac. And the rest of us kind of avoided him and shipped him right back to his world after he was trying to, go all I can conquer the universe Ultron style. Then I believe there was kind of conversations and preparations for the trial ahead, because the party had just learned that they themselves were going to be put on trial, not just Eddie's. So I believe kind of research happened, trying to research about the gods were that was going to happen, if there was any loopholes that we could try to find out, or ways to defend ourselves, the general customs of the heavens. We didn't gather too much, but a couple of shreds that may be able to help. But beyond that, everyone kind of did their own last minute preparations, and the next day, with Ares in tow, we headed to the heavens to meet our summons before the entire heavens decided to hunt us down for missing our date. They decided to make it as awkward as possible, telling us to make our own way without even offering a way to do it themselves, as gods want to do, or at least this god does. So, arriving after various throws of Ares' spear, we arrived in the Changebringer's domain, met a couple of people there, had some conversations. Realistically, the place was a little bit weird, things felt a bit off, but they tried to be, they were all so happy there. Yet, for a realm of change, nothing actually seemed to have changed in quite a while. At least that was Casimir's observations. Finally, after being led by their guides, they came in front of the, how do you say it? The quadrant, I don't know, the four gods that are going to be the judge, juries, and potentially executioners if they have their way. Bahamut, Brightbridge, Serenity, and of course the Changebringer. Various words were hurled, things were said, some slight insults were made, and some dragons got a little bit huffy. But overall, the trial is just beginning with what some of us believe is entirely being manipulated by the Changebringer. If that's true or not, we will find out.
So, after the gods had just outlined what you are being accused of, asking for specifics on activities that each of you were responsible for doing in recent times and years, and then, on top of all of that, them discussing their own point of view for what you may or may not be found guilty or innocent of, we pick up immediately at that part. Bahamut looks forward at each of you. one of us has opposed the divine penalty for this trial, insisting upon instead that your punishment will have to be decided upon by your actions instead.
What actions?
Your actions here and your actions of guilt or innocence. Correct. Though, if your actions in any capacity has been too destructive to the realms, too detrimental to protecting mortal kin and the divine gates, your punishments will be appropriately sized. But if you plead guilty right now, we will choose to grant you all leniency with 1,000 years within the pits of hell.
Well, that's easy for me. No. I'm not guilty.
What are we being accused of being guilty of?
That's a long nap. Of obtaining ambrosia and handing it out to a divine accordance without any right to handling it. And, guys, please remind me, what was the other one he said? They said
Conspiracy to kill the gods.
Conspiracy to kill and overthrow the gods. And you, Urgwald, you insist on not guilty.
Yes. For several reasons, but not guilty.
Elowin gave ambrosia to the narrator.
Well, I got from Aries.
Yes, which is why Ares is here too.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Urgwald would say he's not guilty, but even so, he's still part of the group, so he'll live with the group and die with the group.
Aww.
He's the only good one of this member. He's the only one that would.
Yeah.
Everyone else would be like, fuck y'all. I'm out of here.
What is this, a Fast and Furious movie? We're all family?
So, Urgwald has declared not guilty. The rest of you, how do you plead?
I only want to get rid of some of you all.
So how do you plead?
Well, I don't want to kill all the gods, so I'm going to plead not guilty. And I didn't get any ambrosia or give ambrosia, so those charges don't pertain to me.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. You can't just make something illegal after the fact and then...
Imagine Casimir just grabs the giant maul and just...
Just say what you need to. Just don't say any more until the time is right.
And then they look over at you, Clover.
Not guilty of providing ambrosia. I don't even know what that is. And not guilty for trying to kill the gods. And I would like to push for a mistrial because we are on trial for an idea. How many people have had an idea? I will give a statement if asked, but I will immediately be pushing for a mistrial for being put on trial for an idea.
Unfortunately, the moment of mistrial cannot be had for this unique circumstance, as the persons here have proven that their ideas and ideals come to fruition when they wish to pursue them. And they have taken proper steps to do so.
So you're afraid,
supposedly.
You're afraid that the old man next to me and the vampire, when you are a divine being, can defeat you.
It would be unwise to treat them with such lack of respect for ability, honestly.
Do you feel afraid right now?
Of course not. Mildly. I don't think any of you have threatened any of us yet. And Evandra just continues not saying anything.
Just let them continue. Say your piece at the right time. Allow this.
My point that I'm trying to make is you are putting us on trial for something that has not happened, probably cannot happen, and you are trying to condemn us for something that you are acting out of fear. Why would this idea be so scary to you unless you have noticed an internal problem or a struggle that justifies this idea? And this is not me providing any threat or anything like this. This is me asking you to question the legitimacy of this claim. Sarenrae, as you pointed out, nobody here has threatened you or even seems to pose a threat to any of you. And I'm hoping, seeing as that's what you're all, you give us hope that you can all see that. Brightbridge, you are one of the most pivotal gods that I feel like is also probably very underappreciated, but this, you have to be able to see that this is not something you can put anyone on trial for. In Bahamut, you have fought in multiple wars for other mortals. Have you fought in wars so that they would be subjugated to an authoritarian justice system where they have no rights or choices, where they cannot act, where they are presumed guilty for thoughts, for free will? The things that you all created, now you are seeing as treason and attacks against the gods? If you want, I can bring out 22 and you can talk to her. This is me, Natalie, right now telling you that this trial needs to be stopped. It's not, you can't put us on trial for having free will when you created it.
Ivan just speaks up, finally. Young Miss Gale, in typical circumstances, you are absolutely correct. There is no way that mortals of an average capacity could actually have been a threat to the Pantheon or gods. But these are not normal mortals. The ones you are dealing with have already taken down titans. They have already taken down other gods. They have killed numerous countless dragons. They have fought entities elder than many of my own siblings on the Divine Order. And they have sowing seeds of corruption into different various faiths, preaching that we are not the ones helping, preaching against all of us. And, in fact, as far as my research has determined, recruiting those that would assist you in the inevitable fight, conspiracy, perhaps from a divine individual. Her eyes linger over to you, Vindir. One whom has gone out of the way to attempt to teach you how it is that you can capture or destroy us. Your actions have led to this becoming a thing.
Are you done?
Not quite yet.
When you're done, let me know so I can say what I need to say.
Very well. Because of all of this, we will not recognize a mistrial. All in favor? Aye. Aye. I. And I. Now, Vindia.
We're only here because you're afraid. You're afraid because you have broken your own divine laws, and a mortal is coming to collect. That's why we're here. You're trying to get rid of us before anything else can happen, but you break your own laws. And that is why I think you should die. The other three in here I have no problem with. They do their job. You do nothing. You take from mortals and give nothing back. You answer no prayers. You ignore prayers. You are not a god. You are a leech to the universe.
The other three gods turn and look over at Evandra. And when it is time for me to be on trial, I'm sure they will pull you from the pits of hell, if that is where, of course, you end up.
I can finally do what needs to be done and rid the useless gods.
If we have had quite enough of this, can this trial continue? There is
Yes.
proper practices, I assume, here, rather than opinions being spoken and things being tossed around. Yes. Let's get to the facts.
Have any of you conspired to learn a way of destroying those of a higher divine order?
Yes.
And how did you find this information?
Research.
Wisdom saving throw. DC 27. You cannot gain the benefits from any advantages while within the Changebringer's aura.
When you mean advantage, like advantage on like a roll advantage, or advantage as in like feats and stuff?
Advantage like anything that would give you 2 dice to roll.
Okay, well, my minimum is a 27 here, so.
Damn.
Okay.
27, you say?
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Research. Where did you find this information? And which information did you receive?
From libraries, manned by fox people. And the information I received was on how to, well, I've done some research on how to imprison, and then I found other research on how to destroy your divine spark.
When you say that, you see Sharon Ray looks visibly heartbroken at that statement.
I don't want to destroy all the gods. Many of you do exactly what you say you do. But Freedom over there, she doesn't.
And how about for the rest of you? Any additional researches conducted?
Not researches conducted on my end, just from what they have found. And I always assumed that if the gods didn't have any worshippers, that would be a way to have them be killed. But I figured that was more common knowledge. If you're not worshipped, how can you have power?
Very astute of you.
I performed case studies, and can I bring people out here or no?
Which people?
My Yugoloth friend Cold Seal.
You brought a Yugoloth here.
Ooh.
No, it's in a bag right now.
Saren Ray looks at Brightbridge. I will allow the bag to work for this.
All right. Cold Steel, you're up.
You open the bag and it becomes a bag of holding again, as there is no changing of extra dimensional spaces of any capacity within Brightbridge's aura. You all watch as Bright Steel claws their way out of the bag and looks around, immediately flipping out a notepad and writing things down.
Cold Steel helped me provide case studies on each one of the gods that I saw that I wanted to learn about, including all 4 of you. None of this meant that I was planning or ever was planning to kill any of you. In fact, I don't think I have ever used that wording. Have I? And maybe we should, can I bring another witness? Somebody that can't lie?
Whom?
Well, actually, I have 2. One of them will not lie and the other can't lie. One is a devil and the other is a unicorn. So I'll let you...
will not be recognized here.
Just because something's nature does not make it evil.
No, he's being aggressive about it, but a devil will literally be destroyed if they step foot in the divine realms.
And I would like to bring a unicorn here.
Can we do like a FaceTime with the devil then?
Yeah, I will allow it.
So you can have 2 accounts of people collaborating my story on this. Hop, you're up as well, and you should probably come out in your normal form so they take you a little more seriously.
Okay. You see the jackalope jumps out of the bag and then turns into a unicorn. Oh. Hi, Saren Ray. Did she just call you Hop? Yeah, she did. Where did you find Halencia?
It's Serendipity. That was the name. That's actually the name. This is the real name.
Oh, yes. Yes, Serendipity. Where did you find Serendipity?
Serendipity came down when I was summoning a unicorn, and it knew of my intentions and joined me in my mission.
Wisdom DC 27.
That's the truth.
It didn't come down.
It was summoned, but it came down, but it knew of what she was doing. Like,
yes, yeah.
Are you in semantics on this?
She did not come down willingly.
But he stayed willingly. He allowed the spell to happen.
That is correct, but they did not come down willingly.
Okay, here's some, then I wouldn't have lied. I'm not trying to lie here. That's like he was summoned by me, but willingly joined my cause.
You Serendipity? Is this true? Oh, absolutely, Saren Ray. Yes, of course. She seemed so incredibly, please speak plainly, Serendipity. She seemed very misguided and immature, and I was hoping that I could help her.
See, I brought Hop on because I needed 2 advisors, because it makes things easier to know what the correct choice is. When one person is all good and one person is all evil, then there's a very clear middle road. That being said, Hop here can lie, but refuses to. Both Hop and my Yugoloth friend Cold Seal here will collaborate my story that I only did case studies on the gods, and at no point have I ever planned to kill any of them.
Or did you plan to usurp any of them?
I can't usurp any of them. My power was given to me by 22. I did not take this. This was something given.
So you mean that you do not plan to overtake her position? 22?
Why would anyone want to be a god?
Here, here.
So you have no intentions of becoming the new goddess of fate?
There is no new goddess of fate. I am the goddess of fate.
Immediately, there's murmuring amongst the four gods looking at one another. Yeah, I didn't want to usurp them. I did.
Evandra, you seem to have made a mistake there when you said you were the changer of fate, because I've actively already changed fate multiple times.
Nice.
The immaturity is very clear to me. Thank you, Serendipity, for that.
Cold Steel,
Yes, Bahamut.
what is your analysis of this individual and the others around you?
Would you like me to give you all of my notes? He looks over at Brightbridge, and Brightbridge will open their hand up and take the notes instead. Bahamut ain't reading.
Too long, didn't read.
You all watch. Clover, your bag of holding needs to be taken, of course. As Cold Steel goes over to Brightbridge and pulls out 40 tomes. Thick, hefty tomes, each one barely under a foot thick. And
Damn.
hands them over to Brightbridge.
How long is this going to take to read all that?
Most of it's Elowen.
Because if it's going to take a while, can we take a recess?
It will not take but a moment. It will not take but a moment for me to recognize this information.
You see all of the books just begin flapping through their pages, and within about 5 minutes, he goes through all of them and hands them back.
Can you teach me how to do that?
No.
Oh.
It is something that we learn to do over the ages. If you happen to live long enough, you'll be able to do it one day as well.
Mm.
Many researchers that are over 2,000 years old have learned to do something similar.
Oh, I'll lower my head. Oh.
Yeah, not yet, Ella. You slept.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm like, oh.
I just stayed awake.
The information gathered here is that you, Miss Gale, or as you are presuming to take over the name of 22, you have committed atrocities of different kinds.
I'm not on trial for those atrocities. I'm on trial for the idea of killing the gods. And let's stick to that trial.
Very well. But I will like to add the enslavement of other planar creatures to your character.
I gave Ekra the choice to leave once, and she made a deal with me to stay. Hop has bad times, but I know Hop also would choose to stay, given the choice.
Hop, is that true? Oh, Clover needs a lot more help.
He would stay, though. I know he would stay, because Hop wants to change Ekra.
And Cold Steel, how about you?
Her actions are 100% in the interest of self-serving and self-certitude, but that is with the assumption that she believes herself to be of a higher order than many of the other beings would be. She views herself much in a divinely manner in order to be able to consider herself a bit more above authority, above law, above suspicion, and above many other things. All of these have been proven many different times over. I believe that she is a perfect example of a sociopathic narcissist.
I'm not playing as Liara right now. This is Natalie who helps me.
I know. Yes, yes. You do help people. That's you do help.
Yeah, Natalie helps like everybody.
Yeah. But this is a neutral evil creature's view of you.
Interesting.
I would also point out that both of those traits are amongst the most common descriptions that we in the Yugoloth usually utilize when we are analyzing divine creatures. Narcissistic, sociopathic.
Recognized. What was that?
Bahamut glares over at you, Elowin, yet again. Elowin, unmute yourself.
Sorry. I think something. Yes.
Mind your manners. My tolerance knows bounds.
Well, that is a apt analysis of her. Were any of those tomes about the others?
A great deal many of them.
And? Brightbridge will look over at all of you.
You have conspired with 2 divine entities thus far. Your refusal to admit that is admirable. But now, I wish to know why. Why have you conspired with the Raven Queen and Janus?
Do what?
He looks over at you, Vindir.
To
They do their
overthrow
job.
us.
I don't plan on overthrowing you.
Wait. You don't mean that the Raven Queen is... Has she become a betrayer?
No.
No, she also believes that some of the gods aren't pulling their weight.
Oh, that's horrible. We should absolutely speak with her in this endeavor.
It would be unwise for us to invite one here who may be a possible threat.
If I may intercede on that point, the Raven Queen gave us advice. We were in good spirits and in good intentions, heading towards Vasselheim on a diplomatic mission. After 22, or more so the avatar of 22, was hunted down, going so far to traverse the plains into Ares' territory themselves and to disrupt things. An emissary of the Changebringers, we learned. And when this happened, to discuss what had happened, we sought to go there and to make amends and to ask why this was happening. The Raven Queen gave us advice that if we were to so much as wander into the temple of the Changebringer, they would slaughter us before we even had the chance to speak or explain anything. To learn words.
Brightbridge will raise his hand. Kaz, DC 27 wisdom save.
Sure. Is anything I said a lie?
I never once said any of you guys were lying.
Plenty.
No, you cannot have the benefits of anything granting you advantage.
Oh, 16 now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the Changebringer.
reaction turn it to 22. Congratulations on your crit.
Yep, you did crit. Damn, none of you guys are realizing what this ability is. Brightbridge will turn after raising his hand, looking at Evandra. Is what they are stating true? I had no intentions of slaughtering them, killing them, or maiming them, or harming them. I wanted to speak, as I did send a messenger to retrieve young Miss Gale, so that we may speak on a more neutral term, as I saw that she was beginning to intermingle with, well, them.
Hop, you met this messenger. How did this messenger approach us? And what did the messenger try to do? Almost immediately.
The messenger, decided to, try to forcibly take Natalie, and attempted to send me back to the Divine Gates.
Very peaceful.
Well, I should then thank the individual who stopped them from acting outside of my best interests. I was never intending on harming you whatsoever, Miss Gale.
I asked the other members of this court to acknowledge the fact that the judge, one of the judges of this has an invested interest and an agenda, and that this whole trial is that part of their agenda to stop me. And this is a farce. It's not, we shouldn't be doing this. Can I have the judges make a vote and recognize this?
I require more information first, but your pleas are being listened to.
And he turns and glares back at Evandra, who looks over at him completely innocently.
What more information would you like to know?
I would like to know why it was that she was being brought back. And I would like to know if this prophecy proclaimed by the Queen of Ravens was true or not.
Sadly, we are at a disadvantage when it comes to that, Bahamut. We cannot invite her here, as if she was our enemies. That would put us at a disadvantage.
I would be more than capable of handling her. You know this.
Not when that one over there is waiting for the moment to fight you. And Brightbridge gestures at Ares, who just wiggles his fingers at Bahamut.
Joey, who'd they mean by she? I know they're talking about the Raven Queen, but she was brought back. What does it mean by that?
If she was brought here.
Oh, then yeah, no, yeah. Well, as your other judges have already mentioned, she cannot be here. So is there any more questions before we can go to what I asked?
Do not haste me.
I'm just asking if there are more questions.
Please, young Miss Gale, this is a timely situation that we are dealing with. Let's express a little bit more patience when speaking with the other judges. Please?
Yes.
And Saren Ray will give you a very curt nod and smile.
Then if we cannot hear her words, we have to take Evandra at hers, or the child at hers. I do not like either situation.
Brother, do you really believe that I would be lying to you in a situation like this?
You have lied before.
In the service of mortal kind, exclusively.
Regardless of the reason, you have lied before.
May I make an offer? That may, please.
No! Yes. Please, do.
It is my belief that the angels that or celestial being that even invaded Ares' realm, when they were returned, they were sent back to the heavens. If it is my understanding that celestials cannot lie, perhaps that messenger can be presented here to define what orders they had.
Natalie, you're the only one here who knows that.
Natalie's going to speak up immediately. They can lie. He can lie. I would not lie. Hop isn't lying. Cold Steel was there too, and I can bring somebody that can't lie to speak if you would allow it.
There's
will
no
all-
allowing those types of creatures to
Then what
step
about their-
foot here.
They won't step foot. They'll just speak through the bag.
Bahamut looks over at Brightbridge.
They would be in excruciating pain the entire time, but I could do this. Oh, the poor creature. Couldn't we just visit them down in the hells? No, Sir, we've discussed this since your last absence. We no longer are welcome in the hells either. It's so confusing where we can and can't go. Being that they would be in an excruciating amount of pain, their words would only be trusted as they say them.
She cannot lie. It is not. It's something she cannot do, and she's kind of a masochist, so she might like it. I don't know, but just get it over quickly.
Is she a masochist or a sadist? Because they're very vastly different things.
I'll let you
And
decide. for
all of the
yourself.
gods look at Sarenrae at the same time.
I, for one, would allow this.
I would not subject any being to do that against their will. If they wish to step foot here willingly, that is one thing, but you must discuss that with them on your own terms. Uh-oh, we lost Jeff, and then Jeff came back. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
He's probably back home.
I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah. Display name? I would suggest first you find a way to speak with them from where they are without subjecting them to the energies of the heavens. I don't want them to be in pain.
That is amendable. You are warranted one sending.
I don't have that spell.
They will gesture at Vendir. You are warranted one sending to Ekra.
But Ekra, the whole point is she testifies because he can say anything.
And the whole point is, if a devil is subjected to the energies of this realm, they will immediately ignite in divine energies. That is the most excruciating, most painful thing, and subjected to the pain spell.
Then we'd have to go to her in some form.
Well, you need to... Sarenrae is asking for her consent to be subjected to this. Bahamut is fully on board.
Okay,
for it.
so yeah, just use sending to get her consent.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's all it is, yeah.
Okay.
Elowen?
Yeah, sorry, I was misunderstood.
I was about to transform back to human, cast sending, and use silent image that has sound to make, our model appear. So, when I get the answer back, I can just make it speak. Like sending is just like I send and then I receive the message, right?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why minor image and all of that. You could just say the words.
Yeah.
He just wanted to do a hologram, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm being fancy.
I understand. Got it. Go ahead and use those spell slots for me.
Yep.
So what do you... I would recommend that you all speak with yourselves on what you are going to ask them in this situation. Be careful, the spell only has 25 words, I believe. Right?
Yes.
It used to be 40.
So what do we ask her? Make sure.
I believe it's you're asking permission if she would want to speak through the bag to testify, essentially, but that she would be under pain doing so. You're seeking for the consent that if she wants to do that or not.
I think Natalie is writing it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I'm
that's
trying to
your
get down to 25
You're
so
good.
she knows the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
While this is going on, Joey, can I do like a general kind of insight just to gauge everyone's kind of feelings right now?
You can gauge one. It is so hard to decipher a god that you need to try to aim at one of them.
I'll do Bright Bridge, I think.
Very well. What are you trying to insight specifically about him?
Essentially, have they been swayed at all to one side or another? How has their words impacted their
I'll be right back.
view
Okay.
of them so far, or their view of this trial? Some things I think have went in their favour, and some things I think have went very much wrong.
Very well. So you want to see if they leaned any different directions during this
Yes.
engagement. Go for it.
I assume no advantage as well, yeah.
No advantages.
So with a natural 1, that's a 35.
Let me read this one ability first.
You literally got the best worst score possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best worst roll you could have.
Rolled fantastic on the other dice except for, the D20.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs it? Yeah, so Brightbridge, their neutral stance on the situation has waned significantly. During some of the words in conversing, Brightbridge was swaying towards the side of Bahamut towards the beginning. But now that suspicion is being brought up upon Evandra, they seem to be moving back towards that neutral situation. Less aggressive.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
he was leaning towards guilty, and now he's leaning back towards not sure.
Very much that's something.
Easy from idiocracy?
What'd you
He's
say?
not sure. Easy from idiocracy? He's not sure.
He is not sure yet. It's doing a testimony. It will be through the bag. It will hurt. It's about the Changebringer's angel and his actions. That's the sending. All right, Elowin.
Yep, I removed my spell slots.
All right. You shoot the sending out, and Ekra will immediately reply with... Actually, let me see how smart she is. Okay, she is very smart. Oh, by all means, you are more than welcome to allow me anywhere near the heavens. I'll give a quick testimony for one question. That is what they reply to you, Elowin. How do you tell that back to your allies?
I'll tell it through, manner image, like her saying that with her voice.
So I'm going to send the question is to the gods, not to us.
I guess.
Clover, is that what you believe?
What?
Is conspire. I don't trust it.
It is in
Sorry.
their nature to conspire. It's not necessarily a conspiracy. It could just be in their nature.
We're not conspiring. We just asked if she'd consent, and she said yes. So you
She
can
would
repeat.
for a question.
I thought she was saying she'd test, like she'll answer one question, or is she saying
She will. You can open up the bag and allow the energies of the heavens to flood towards her, and she will answer one question.
Yeah, that was my
Oh,
understanding
okay.
of it. Yeah, she wasn't asking them a question. She
Yeah. Bahamut's just suspicious because devil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ready when you guys are. Please make it quick when you ask.
Then we'll only take one question.
She already kind of knows, so she'll probably have a quick answer. But okay, he has the bag, so it's on the bridge guy.
Oh, yes. Cold Steel will open up the bag, and immediately as Ekra peeks their head out of it, you see this divine burst of energy completely engulf and encompass them. That'll be 60-12 radiant damage.
She's fine.
Huh?
She's fine. Queen of the succubuses. She'll survive.
Oh, yeah. 29 is fine for now. Ooh, yeah, that hurts. Hi. Oh, Bahamut, far more handsome than I ever thought. That is incredibly painful. Stop stalling, you fiendish creature. Oh, and Brightbridge, you are gorgeous as well. Fuck, this hurts. Oh, gosh. Oh, go ahead. You may pose your singular question to me. Oh, please hurry and ask your question, Bahamut.
I will not be hurried by anyone of the likes of you. I am not rushing.
I'm gonna
going to
heal
make sure
her.
this is calculated.
I'm gonna heal her.
Go ahead. Go for it. Use the spell slot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep. She's under my permanent thing, so it's max healing. I'll just do 5th level cure wounds immediately. So I think that's 8d8, so 64 health.
Okay, that's 2 of the ticks back. Nice. Almost 2 of the ticks.
The question is this. Was the assassin sent after you through Evandra, the Changebringer, clearly coming for malicious reasons when it came to young Miss Gale?
Oh, great question. You know, really a spot-on question. And she looks over at you, Natalie, flipping you off, smiling a mile wide. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's very hard to know the motivations of you divine pricks and dickheads. Ow! Oh, that hurts. That really does hurt. As for the motivations of that one,
I'm gonna heal her again
particular,
for 5th level. 64 points again.
you understand what she's doing, right? If she dies, she
Still
goes
alive.
back to Hell's.
Yeah, I know, but I'm keeping her alive.
Try.
She doesn't want to go back because
She currently does.
Lilith and all that shit, and her.
She currently does.
I'm gonna force her to answer quickly. Then I'm gonna use my power to force it. I can't force her
That's a
alive.
charisma?
I mean, it's automatic because she's controlled by her. I mean,
All right, so go ahead, express to everybody how you do this.
Natalie gets pissed, and then immediately you see her brow furrow, and she still has the spell is permanent. You can control these creatures. And
Yes, so command her.
She sends a command through her head. Answer the question now.
All right, so all three of the gods and Vindir are fully aware. Oh, one other of you has spell sight, right?
No, I think just me.
Just Vindir.
Okay, so Vindir and all of the gods are very clearly aware of Clover using very dominating magic to force an answer out of the devil immediately.
That's fine.
One more tick of damage. Yeah, the bitch was hostile. The bitch was very fucking hostile. She wanted to kill her. She wanted to kill me. She wanted to kill all of us. And if it wasn't for the dreamy fucking vampire, she probably would have succeeded in it too.
Okay, close the bag.
And
Okay.
the last thing you see is her middle finger descending back into the bag.
Sorry, I did not want to see her in any more pain, so I forced her to answer the question faster.
Was that why you did it?
Partly.
They nod. The gods clearly saw the spell. They know.
But even if she still can't lie, so everything she said is true.
True based off of her perception of things, which clearly could be considered skewed. I'm not sure. I'll recuse myself from this particular engagement. I don't want to...
I'm sorry, and how is it skewed when somebody attacks you?
I said I'm recusing myself from this part of the conversation.
Shut up then.
You do not speak to the gods in that manner. They are willing to... They have the free will to express themselves, Bahamut. They're not being too disrespectful.
For somebody to say they do not want to speak about it, she was saying a lot of words about it.
I hope
Just fine, Bahamut.
I hope that this trial is not coming off as disrespectful. I'm trying to stay with the utmost respect to all of you on this.
Your attempts have been made clear to us. But get your cleric in order.
I am also a cleric.
That one. What? Miss Gale, you are not... If she wants to identify as a cleric, she can identify as a cleric.
Vindir, can you please?
Well, I'm gonna look at you, Erg, and I'm just gonna give you like a just let me cook look.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I trust you, Vindir.
Oh, that'll go well.
Now, is there any more evidence you need for my former claim?
Evidence can be recognized and acknowledged. Evandra, summon forth your Deva. Sure. Did you catch the name of which one it was? I cannot be positive which one it was to begin with.
Don't worry, we have someone that did catch the name Coldsteel.
Yes. Yes, of course. Their name was actually Ristat.
Oh, and you wouldn't happen to have a full writing of the events that took place, do you?
Unfortunately, I only have what I had heard secondhand. I was not out of the bag at that point in time. But I have everything written down that Brightbridge you were capable of reading.
Oh no, he was out of the bag. Remember, I had to literally throw him in there and save his life, or he was going to die because he was writing.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the full recap of it.
Oh, we just need the beginning.
Oh, yes. Start of event that day. Natalie
made it very clear that in public forums I should refer to her exclusively as Clover. I then expressed my indifference towards her preference.
No. You just get to the page where he showed up, and please hand it to Brightbridge over there, so he can read it and know the events when this angel makes its testimony.
The Yugoloth can read it aloud, for everybody's sake.
Yes, of course. Flips through it. The entity's aura was first divined by me an hour and a half before the engagement actually took place. You meant the engagement specifically.
Would the judges like to hear everything, or just the engagements? Because this could be a while.
The engagements.
Very well. The creature was first able to sense Natalie, as previously expressed, preferring to be referred to as Clover, but my indifference means my writing stayed true to the character and nature of the being itself. The creature can first sense her entity and knew that there was a spark of dilation of time moving forward and also space that would allow her to transpose herself to a different location altogether. In that endeavor, she immediately came towards Miss Gale, and it was by the valiant efforts by... She turns the page. I always forget his fucking name. Padrick, thank you. By the valiant efforts of Padrick to be protective of her with the engagement of the entity. The entity did seem to be hastily motivated by the ever-changing nature of the magic pulsating and moving around her. My first analysis was this angel was coming to grab her, as we already knew that it was in the Divine's best interest to not allow an avatar to resurface and to eventually take over the guise of the gods that they were serving. Immediately, all the gods other than Sarenrae and Bahamut become uncomfortable. Ares tilts his head, looking very confused. Padrick was thrown aside and asunder with such ease and gusto it made us really consider the possibility of the motivation behind this divine entity being more than just to be able to capture, but may also be for more malicious reasons instead. They flip the page. After that, they did manage to track after young Gale, as she was leaving behind a residual amount of energy that is easily tracked based off of her disposition as a fate-touched individual. Oh, redact that information, please. He looks over at all of you. Redact it.
Got it.
Good. As her unique position in all of these things. Coming there, they seem to be stuck with a lot of frustration as they were skewered by many of the other individuals in the mine shaft and some of the agents of Rexentrum that were stationed there during the repurpose of the teleportation circle that had misfired by chance. He does visible air quotes. Their clear annoyance in this matter was something that was passionate, made them more akin to something closer to fiendish in origin. I mark that down as a hilarious point. They turn the notebook and you see that they actually wrote hilarious point. And in doing so, they continued their chase after young Natalie. It would appear that there was a ceremonial rapport for a dead individual, or perhaps missing individual. At that time, I did not have conclusive notes. I just knew that there was a tome dedicated to a Liara. I believe that was their name. Though I later learned that the dignification of their name, Liara, was actually untrue altogether, as they're really an experimental entity, L1AR4. He points out, if you need further notes, that is in one of my other journals, when I began conducting my research into her. Interesting little thing. In addition to that, interrupting this ritual seemed to pull the guise of who is referred to in the notes that I was able to get from Ekra as that hunky vampire piece of ass, later to be dignified as Casimir. Casimir picked up his giant sword. May I alter the original wordings slightly? If it suits the course, no.
Oh boy.
He picked up his massive rod and sword, unsheathing the shaft with such gusto and guise that it was devastating to the realms all around. She was completely taken back by the length and girth of such a hearty piece of metal and weaponry as he took it and thrust it deep within the chest cavity of the entity, allowing her to explode with pose and beautiful orgasmic gore. He closes the book. I would have preferred a paraphrase, but I was repurposing the words of Ekra. It's a
It's not
succubus,
wrong.
guys. I'm sorry. It's a succubus. Like, that's how they see everything.
Like I was reading the Fourth Wing all over again.
Yeah.
Guys was just like checking his nails, like, yeah, that's about right.
All of that true.
I'm gonna give you the old man thumbs up, like you got it, dude.
So now that you have read what happened, can we bring Ristat here and see what he will testify?
Summon forth Ristat, Evandra.
Is this where I'm allowed to speak if the mortals will it?
Yeah, sure.
Do you need to speak to someone?
Yeah, do you need?
I do, yes. Ristat, they call over their shoulder, and you see a little ripple of energy begin to emanate outwards. Ristat,
Convenient.
No. She looks over at Brightbridge. Brightbridge. Very well. I don't know why you're stopping me from doing it. Makes no sense at all. And she claps her hands together and spreads them apart as you watch as a gate opens and the Deva walks back through it. Notably, however, despite their completely perfect complexion and being, there is a massive scar down the middle of their chest, perfectly placed between their lungs and their heart.
Battle's gonna wave.
Ristat, did you act out of malice towards this individual because of your entire situation that I put you into?
Is this Evandra leading the questioning?
Yes.
If it would, may the other gods ask this line of questioning, please? As it's already,
I will silence
already
myself.
imposed.
I apologize.
And if it can be assured that this Celestia will answer to the utmost truth, by way of magic, just to be assured for everyone present.
They all look over at Sarenrae, and Sarenrae nods her head. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Then we will be the ones to conduct and lead these questions. Ristat, what was your order given by Evandra when it came to Miss Gale?
Evandra ordered me to go and capture Clover, bringing her back so that she may be here for the meeting deposed by the 7 siblings.
What specifically was the order?
Find the brat and take her. Force is utilized if necessary.
You gave a diva permission to use force for retrieval. I like it. I do not.
Neither do I.
What is wrong with it?
She didn't even set up a caveat to only utilize force if necessary under specific circumstances or situation. She did not utilize a necessary precaution in what was happening either.
Precaution?
Were you not instructed to ask her to come nicely? Or explain the circumstance first? Restat looks over at Evandra. Sarah and Ray looks over at them. Answer the question honestly.
There was no such instruction given to me. That is what I don't like.
I don't like the fact that force would have been utilized in this endeavor. She seems perfectly amendable and very accommodating. I'm sure she would have came of her own volition, wouldn't you have? If the situation was explained plainly?
I don't know. The situation was never explained plainly. Answer the question without ever answering the question.
Yep.
I can concede the points that you two are attempting to make in this, but I did not view what she instructed them as being overtly hostile. And I would encourage that she is not the one on trial here. Not yet.
Evandra raises her brow over towards Bahamut and then continues being silent.
We will permit a small recess.
Might
30
I ask
minutes.
one question just before this recess, just while we have our guest present.
Roll me persuasion, Casimir. A lot of your allies have been very disrespectful to him. As the only nearly tier 1 god here.
We
It's
love
22.
22.
Yeah.
It's a crit.
One question.
My thanks. In this offer of retrieval, is it typical that you would invade other gods' domains to enact this?
I was being instructed by any means necessary. I followed through to Zodiac. And I believed that that realm did not have any other gods there.
What does Ares do when he says that?
Ares looks very pissed off, and you can see higher up in the sky that there's this like lightning arcing off of his spear that's just been sitting up there the whole time.
Nice.
He broke a big rule. And that's a great point, actually. And she ordered it.
Thank you. I just wanted to make that point clear that you did cross over the planes into another god's domain, into Zodiac, which has its own rules, far beyond the domain of the Changebringer and their reach. But thank you.
We will have a 30-minute recess for you all to gather your thoughts. We will take this information into consideration, regardless. Sorry, big fella. I have a bit of a question myself. What? Yeah, I like it when you talk like me. So.
Oh, God.
That little bitch stepped on my turf. And? Well, I have a no-touchy policy when it comes to my fucking world.
I believe what he is attempting to express.
Sweet cheeks, let me speak for myself, thank you. My world has its rules, yours has yours. I'm sure you're a big shot where you come from, Mr. Shiny Scales. But where I come from, I am the biggest fucking dick. So, you have two options. Be at war with Zodiac, or hand over bitch pants right behind you, the little Deva thing, and let me extract my own divine justice. I will not be intimidated by the likes of someone like...
I will allow it. Evandra raises her hand.
What are you doing, Evandra?
Keeping the peace. There's no reason for us to be at war. Restat, you are in the custody of Ares, the god of war of Zodiac. Casimir, you have one more insight. Which of the three of them do you want to target?
Evandra.
Okay. She's scared of Bahamut getting more power by going into war against Zodiac.
You mean Ares?
No, Bahamut.
Interesting.
And we're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. Good job thus far.
Good job, guys.
Yeah,
10,
I-
10
Yeah.
We're back. So, where last we left off, the party had successfully managed to navigate at least the first portion of this judgment that is called down upon them all, pointing some of the blame and suspicion towards Avandra for potentially conspiring to get all of you in trouble with the other gods. And in doing so, managed to befuddle the other gods enough, word of the day, by the way, everyone, befuddle, to force Bahamut to call a recess. 30 minutes for you all to converse privately without the gods watching you to figure out what your game plan in all of this is. The gods will also utilize theirs. Saren Ray will raise her hand. Guys, would you mind if after I'm done talking to them, I come talk to all of you?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Once like everyone's got the backstories and everything, Kaz is immediately going to take out his book and flip it open. The one that reads like minds and everything.
Yes.
From the beyond, and try and see if it picks up anything.
Cool. What is the range on that?
You have not gave me one.
Okay. In order for you guys to have privacy, like with your conversation for them to have it, I'll say you're out of range to pick up their thoughts, because there has to be a range on it, right?
Okay.
Realistically, probably 30 feet.
Well, it records everything continuously, not just when I read it. So can I look at any of the past notes from when we were closer?
Okay. The only person whose thoughts you were able to pick up on, other than Ares, were Saren Ray's.
I'll take that.
The other three, nothing. Sarah, you can roll me an investigation, and this is you doing that instead of engaging with the prep. Damn. Yes, use those Hemocraft dice. So, Kaz. She started off suspicious of the entire ordeal that you all are here to deal with. She was not sure why she was called here. She seemed very self-conscious in that matter, noting herself as one of the weakest gods of Zodiac that are she doesn't even constitute as a prime deity. She seems very self-conscious in that order. However, after the conversations kept expediting, she repeatedly thought Bahamut is an asshole. She became a little suspicious of Avandra, but didn't want to upset her big sister. Avandra is her big sister. And she had no thoughts whatsoever pertaining towards Brightbridge or anything he was doing. During the entire interrogation, she was also originally very against any type of capital punishment, but somewhere in the middle, she thought that there may have to be some type of divine justice given to a couple of you for this, pushing her more towards guilty for what you are doing. That did move back towards the more neutral, not guilty or innocent, towards the interrogation portion with Clover happening. And then when it got to the point where Evandra was soft-outed as being hostile towards all of this, she shifted back towards the potential of your innocence, but she's still undecided. She's taking this role and responsibility exceptionally carefully, making sure she doesn't make a mistake, since she believes she is not worthy of being one of the 4 people judging. So she's trying her best to make sure she is.
Kaz will just share that. More specifically say, do not give them written books detailing everything that we have done in the future.
Cold
That is
Steel
not
keeps
going to-
writing.
Put
I
that
didn't
down.
think it would have.
Get in your bag.
No. He just keeps writing.
He tries to get in the bag, and it's no portals there.
Yeah, you can't get in the bag right now, so he just keeps writing.
Okay.
I'm gonna break his pencil.
No,
Yes.
you won't.
He has a lot of those.
So
I'm
It
gonna
depends, sir.
go see if I can cut a deal real quick. I'm gonna try to wave at the Changebringer, see if I can get her attention.
No, you guys are like so far away that they're like.
Oh, then I guess I'll walk towards him.
Okay. As you are approaching, Bahamut snarls in your direction. What?
I would like to have a one-on-one conversation with a Changebringer if it's possible.
He turns and looks over at Avandra. Avandra looks over at you. What does this pertain to?
Timora would like to talk to you. So it won't be me.
Well, call her forth. I have nothing to hide from my fellow gods.
This is more of a one-on-one conversation.
Why
are you expressing deception? It's not deceptive to want privacy. Privacy is for those that are ignorant and for those that are guilty.
This is more to have a conversation. If you must know why, I would like to have a conversation with her if this is a problem with this group in particular or just Timora. Because it's coming off, and you guys can discuss this amongst yourself as a problem with just Timora, seeing as she's sending devas that are breaking laws to capture me. Does that suffice? No, may I please have a moment to talk to her?
2 minutes. Brightbridge, you may stop commanding me now, Bahamut.
And she will approach over towards you.
Okay, I guess I'm going to turn into 22. What?
You're the one who wanted to talk to me?
Why are we doing this? What is the point? Are you feeling threatened? Is this a oh, I'm the changer of fate? No, that's the changer of fate. Who's in what zone? Why are we doing this?
You have been away for such a long time, and honestly, things were going perfectly without you. And now, ever since you've reawakened, we have had 3 potential plane-ending events occur on our world alone. The universe has been subjected to 13 potential world-ending events. We have had a total of 20 different prayers wrongfully given to me, asking why were they subjected to such horrible, horrific things to happen. All because
correlation
of you.
does not mean causation. Just because I came back doesn't mean the world's ending because of me.
And
It
yet,
probably
every
ended-
time you come back, things keep going awry.
Blaming me for your problems seems to be the only thing you're good at.
Avoiding any problems or blame is the only thing you're useful of.
Really? Because I seem to be pretty useful in this body. In fact, you should try it sometime. Or didn't you? And that didn't really work out.
You know nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
You think you can get under my skin? You think you can bother me? 22, you are the failed attempt of what I am.
You got that one wrong, because I'm what you're... I'm going to be the one left standing on this.
How long do you think it is before Seisu decides to put you back into a slumbered state again? Just like last time, and the time before, and the time before, and the time before.
I think...
See, she is not capable of destroying you, and I understand the love for creation.
not wanting to destroy something that you made. I respect it very greatly. But if what you created destroys other things, things that are precious, perhaps it should be.
Then let's end this charade. What I'm asking, the reason I brought you out is because the girl pleaded with me to let the other ones go out of this and do the real trial that you're trying to do now. Drop the act.
Act?
That's what this is. You already know you're not going to win this one. If we continue this trial, it's just going to point out more issues with you.
One battle in a litany of wars that I'm willing to have. I would accept one thing, however. If you replaced Fendrick, you take over his slumbered state and became the infinite expansion of the abyss instead, allowing him to reawaken, being no longer a blight to the rest of the pantheon that needs to be put back to sleep, like the little infant baby it is. If you agree to this, then nothing else needs to happen. I will concede my point, and I would even be willing to listen to their reasons for wanting to kill the rest of the gods.
It's not what I'm asking, but I'm willing to put the Changer of Fate in that position.
You in that position.
Changer of Fate.
No, you.
Changer of Fate.
You think I'm stupid. I'm not.
Whose title is it? Then you should worry.
You.
Changer
And
of
she'll
Fate.
pat you on the shoulder like a little kid.
I'm trying to. This is how she'd act, right? I'm not like, because they're arrogant and they just do stupid.
Oh, she is
like that.
super arrogant, but yeah, she is like childish by comparison to all the other gods because
Okay.
she's only ever been conscious for like 100 or something years, a couple of hundred. Now, if you believe in what you're doing so very much, then agree to my terms. And if you really think you will win this battle, defy me.
Okay.
Good girl. She'll pat you on the head and walk away.
Joey, does she have pockets?
Of course not. She has a dress. And she's a god. She doesn't need pockets. Look at that dress.
Is there anything shiny that looks like it's hanging?
Her holy symbol of herself around her neck.
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder. We were once friends. I don't know what happened, but I'd like to be friends again.
And I'd like for you to go into an eternal rest.
She's gonna go like this with her hand down. Can I do a fucking sleight of hand to take...
Good luck beating her passive. Yeah, good luck.
Okay, we're gonna use every one of Natalie's things possible to get this.
No advantages, no rerolls.
Wait, no rerolls? Even luck?
Yeah, none of that.
Isn't that like the whole sorcerer's ability? Okay.
Yes, she has a bullshit ability as a tier 2 god of fate. You're stuck with what you roll, baby. You're stuck with what you roll. You can add dice, but you can't re-roll.
I can add dice?
Yeah, like what Casimir does with Hemo Craft or whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna add dice then. I'm gonna add a lot of dice.
Yeah, try it. Use as much of your resources as you would like right
36. Okay. Now I'm gonna add. Let me see how many. I think I can add 44 / R4D4.
What is allowing you to add dice?
What is it? It's my 2 features. She has favored by the gods, and what is it? Her epic boon. I'm trying to remember what it was, but it's the one that allows you to make people reroll on anything. I mean, you can add or subtract dice. I'm trying to find it. Quicken spell, heightened. Epic boon, show more. What the hell? Why is it being stupid? Sorry, give me a second. Is it in? Sorry, it's all the way at the bottom because this thing's stupid. Lucky boon of fate. Yeah, that's it. 2d4 to. You can add 2d4 and minus 2d4 from any roll, and then favored by the gods is another 2d4. So 44. That's double 22.
All right. She will grant herself advantage on this. 53.
I'm gonna.
You can't impose any rerolls either.
You can't.
She is the Weaver of Fate. Weaver of Fortune.
Is that another ability that she has?
Weaver of Fate?
I'm asking like for the reroll one. Is that another ability that we're learning of? Because if we're going to
Yes.
fight her, I'm asking.
Yeah. You cannot impose any rerolls on anybody. But you can, when you're aware of this ability, attempt a charisma saving throw as an action to resist it. All you have to do to ignore these things is succeed on a DC 27 charisma save. As an action, of course.
I mean, I can't do that because I'm not aware of it, I'm guessing.
Your allies literally told you about the Weaver of Fortune.
Oh, then yeah, I guess I'll try to stop her from doing that. 27. Ooh, that was a real bad roll on that. Never mind, not passing it.
Yeah.
The Weaver of Fortune one just says benefit from advantage or impose disadvantage.
Yes, she has additional abilities, as I previously
Gotcha.
stated. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get any information because we're going to fight her.
Yeah. She pats your hand as you thought you took the amulet from her, and then when you pull your hand away, she just adjusts the amulet back on herself. She apparently stole it from you as you were trying to steal it from her. Good try, little infant. And then she walks away.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yes.
All right, everyone else, what's your plan while Natalie is away?
We were discussing it over break, so I just figured we could do that while they're doing their stuff. But I think we're pretty much going to ask for them to give us a burden of proof, and for and Elowen to more or less just, if they get asked questions, to tell the truth, but just be mindful about not adding too much detail. And then the ambrosia part is just going to be, it was legal when it happened. Is that about right, everyone?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, do not mention certain artifacts.
Yeah.
Like, do
Or
not mention
gods.
Vindir's book. Do not mention certain gods. Do not mention certain things that you've heard. Do not mention the mirror that we have.
Alrighty. So, most of the way through all of your planning is when Natalie comes back. Or I guess 22 walks up.
Just a quick question. How far away, roughly, were they having their conversation? I'm assuming not within earshot, but was it perhaps within book range? Since she came closer and moved away and far enough from the gods so that they wouldn't hear her, for them to have their private discussion.
Let's make a percentile die, 50 or higher.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
You go Timora's thoughts.
So yeah, 22 comes walking up, and immediately, Casimir, you recognize, holy shit, 22's here.
I know I did ask for you to come, but I wasn't sure that I expected it.
This whole trial's a farce, and we should be leaving. Wouldn't mind taking.
Very true.
I want to. If we do get into a fight, I want to kill the change bringer. How are we gonna fight these guys? 20. You guys probably want to bring Natalie back because Timora is not very tactful.
I would think it might be best that you aren't here when we come back from recess. No offense.
Why?
Because you're the catalyst to their issue.
That's what I was saying. I brought that up too. I said, I'm the real issue here. Why aren't we just talking about that? And then, no, it's now they want to do this trial on you guys for bullshit reasons. Even the girl wanted to stop it.
All right. Well,
I
think Natalie was doing a pretty good job. I don't mind if she comes back. If we need you, we'll holler. That's why Ares is still fuming but not doing anything yet. It could still happen.
I sent an offering to your domain.
You
should
did?
be able to receive it. I did.
I haven't been there since, the whole situation.
The gift that you wanted me to send you, and the lantern, the Veil of Fortune. What was that? I can't remember the items.
Oh, fortune.
I have a story about Wheel of Fortune, but I'll tell it after the game. Just remind me.
Sounds good.
Why don't we go there next? Maybe we should just ask if we can spend the trial there.
They're not going to do that, but you do have a Quill of Destiny, a locket from a pot full of laughter, and a veil crafted from the threads of fate itself. You should be receiving it right about now. Okay, go get it.
Go get it.
She can't.
I've seen that out of character.
I would go
Dear
there
God, go
now,
get it.
'cause that's a lot of good ritual items used for a ritual. Maybe we can go after this. I'm gonna put Natalie back. I have to think. Natalie's gonna come back. Thank the gods you did that. She just really antagonized the shit out of the Changebringer, so expect a fight.
Wonderful. That is just what we needed.
I wasn't expecting her to do that. I thought she was going to I urged her to push to get you guys off of this trial and just put her on trial, and it turned into her trying to steal something from her dress.
When you have a thought about something, think it through.
I promise you that I believed that she was going to be able to make it through getting the trial changed. I didn't think she'd handle it so poorly. They don't get along at all.
Well, getting the trial change wasn't going to happen in the first place.
The only reason we're on trial is because of her hatred towards me. Well, not me, but 22.
Yeah, but she can't admit that.
That's what started it.
But she could drop. She has the ability to drop the trial altogether.
But she can't, because then she loses face if she does that.
That's why.
We have to put her in a situation where.
That's what we're gonna do. With the burden of proof.
What were you saying,
I was going to say we should just need to put her in a situation where that is the preferred outcome or the best outcome.
Well, that's why.
What's worse than losing face?
Losing a trial that you set the stage for.
Yep. better to recall charges than for them to say not guilty, because then you can always say you didn't lose.
I think as Natalie and 22, I think our best bet of really getting to her is getting Bahamut against her. Doesn't mean that Bahamut thinks we're innocent, but Bahamut is against the Changebringer.
Right now, I'm concerning myself with getting through this rather than anything else. Right now, we need to be assured that we can get out of this predicament one way or another. Or at least to a point that they're not all involved. If it turns out that it is just a Changebringer, then so be it. But I would rather avoid this being an all-out brawl if it can be avoided.
Oh, I don't want combat either. I don't want to fight. I don't think we win, or we come out with everybody.
Then we also need to avoid being charged guilty, which, upon reading all of the journals before, even Serenray was believing that might be the case. Who is our strongest ally in this at the moment. Luckily, they are believing that we are perhaps not a bit more innocent now, but they are not fully decided. Tread carefully.
If they don't believe we're innocent, they're not judging this trial correctly. What
You
we are in
gave
trial
them a
for,
lot of information about things that paint us in not the best light.
it doesn't matter what our character is. We are on trial for conspiring to kill all the gods. We are not. None of us have done that. They can hate us all they want, but until, like you said, burden of proof, until they prove that we are doing that, we are innocent.
Out of character, 2 sessions ago, there was a discussion literally about what if we just destroyed Vasselheim?
That's not all the gods,
Natalie would have
though.
left the group if you guys did that. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
She was pooping.
It was being raised as a potential in the worst case scenario.
What would happen?
But I'm saying, like, out of character, there's been plenty of discussions on a lot of things, especially when it comes to the killing of gods or things that shouldn't be shared, that has been written down that does not need to go any further. Be very careful in the sharing of information. The lack of any control of that means we lose the story. They got a lot of story that they didn't need to get.
Alright. Well, I'm ready when you guys are.
I believe Seven is coming to talk to us.
Yeah.
So around that cue, you hear not cheerful, but serene humming, just as Serenray walks around the corner. Which, by the way, everybody, can we just look at Serenray for a second?
He looks nice.
She's so nice.
Is she glowing?
She is always very bright light.
Casimir's just like squinting.
Is it like a warmth, or
always, yeah.
Sunlight, isn't
like
it?
Everlight is not necessarily sunlight. It is divine light, though.
Still
That's
close.
however you're looking at her, it's the same way you look at me because I get the same light coming off.
Yeah. Hi. Rough day, huh?
We've had worse.
And that's one of the things I actually wanted to talk to you all about. There's been a lot of discussion about your habits, hobbies. When she says habits, she looks at you, Casimir, and when she says hobbies, she looks at you. Or sorry, habits looks at Elowin, hobbies looks at you, Casimir. And general dealings, but maybe when we come back from all of this, you might want to talk to me and the other gods about some of the better stuff you've done, the good you've done.
I step up. I've done plenty of good.
Yes, yeah, and just we need you to express that if
This
you could.
trial's not on our character, but on if we're trying to kill the gods.
But
If you
we
are,
judge you upon your character as well, and that will speak towards whatever reasoning behind the actions that you've taken.
then you're judging us wrong.
This is the way it is done.
You realize if you bring character into a trial, you can call tons of witnesses and just have this go on ad nauseum.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, we can't.
really work.
Because this is the heavens, we choose how things work. I'm saying it would probably be a beneficial thing for you all to speak of your heroics, perhaps.
I have an idea for this.
Uh-huh.
How about every person I've ever helped, we just call them up here? What better way than having firsthand witnesses? I got hundreds of people I've helped. We can bring them all in.
There's
No.
the gods will not allow that.
They got time. They control time here.
It's
Casimir saved Zodiac. Let's bring everybody that lived on Zodiac. In fact, you stopped the whole realms from flooding, so everybody that's ever existed.
I'm not your enemy, guys. I'm trying to help you.
She really is.
I'm sorry. You understand what you're
I-
asking is kind of yes.
It's necessary.
Can you
So
see it from a-
it's
Please look at it from a mortal aspect. We find this to be a little ridiculous.
I guess, but ridiculous or not, it is your fates on the line.
I'll try my
Judging-
best.
And
But
if you don't wish to listen to the wisdom of someone whom wishes for the best outcome for all parties involved, that is your prerogative. It's your free will.
Sarah and Ray, I'll do my best, but I'm not the smartest person here, and I look at you guys, no offense, but I have probably the most good deeds here without the corresponding bad deeds.
Then express them.
What bad deeds do you think I did?
I don't know exactly, but the feelings I get from you, I feel like there's certain things you hide.
let's
Hiding
table
something
that
doesn't-
discussion that we don't need to have right now. But I think the words that she's sharing is to help us in this endeavor and being less combative to offer to aid being offered and advice in getting through divine court is much appreciated.
It is. Thank you, Sandra.
See, I knew you were more than just a bloodthirsty murderer. Even a vampire can be redeemed. And she'll pat you on the chest, and you do feel this like divine glow happen to you that it's painful at first, but then it just like sits there.
Ow. I have not fed in a little bit, so my... that is going to leave a print.
It's just a small gesture.
I understand.
I see you, and I recognize that you are worthy of redemption. No matter what you may think or how you may feel.
Thank you. You spoke about hobbies that were being mentioned. Might I ask what was discussed?
Well, the other gods were talking about the recourse of your throwing of certain objects at certain worlds and the repercussions because of that.
I don't know anything about that.
Unfortunately, ignorance does not exempt you from consequence to some degree. Just, would you like to know what your hobby has done?
I guess your hobbies are now on trial, Casimir.
The hobby that you're talking about, this is me taking weapons and...
Throwing them at worlds, yes.
Yes.
With
Or at stars.
things attached to them.
Yes, it was a way to let me heal.
Understandable. Yeah.
It was something that I did for someone that I lost.
And that's It's heartwarming, but what I'm asking is, do you want to know the recourse of that hobby? Or do you prefer to have ignorance be bliss?
Honestly, I found ignorance is bliss in a lot of aspects.
She seems a little disappointed when you answer like that and just nods. Okay. Well, anyways, that's what I wanted to suggest. Any questions for me before you continue?
What about me? It was my
Habits?
habits. Yeah,
Do you wish to know?
I'd like to.
Okay. You have a nasty habit of diving headfirst into knowledge and gathering of information and impulses, damning any warnings before you or any without analyzing any potential repercussions of such things. And I mean, there is the Itoli fiasco. And that's something we haven't discussed about your character, but I'm just making up something that happened 1,000 years ago or so. That's one of those other fuck ups. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and more recently, the Nira Devu fiasco.
Yeah, that wasn't my best. Yes.
Yes. All I'm saying is, instead of focusing on just the bad, let's try to express the good, right?
Like, about the good, can I have a divine hug?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't have permission to touch those on trial.
Oh.
Well, to give any type of actual condolences. Outside of what is my divine right, which is to grant a blessing.
No, I didn't mean it's just basically you're divine, so divine hug was.
It is to be determined if you're seeking redemption or not. But I believe everybody is capable of redemption. Everyone is. Okay, I'm gonna head back now.
Okay.
And she just very happily smiles and walks away.
Kazma's just gonna look to them all. You really need to stop being combative with people that are trying to help.
That wasn't how we lose this trial if we do a trial of character. You know that, right? We
Then
do not.
it is. I understand, but it is already the case. It is not a matter of if we do it or not. They are already judging us on that and have been.
We have
fighting the fundamental points of it on something that is already decided and is already happening doesn't matter. Making the best of the situation and not combating against the one that is trying to aid us is.
I think we should all make it very clear to them that our character is not on trial here.
And they have decided that it is.
Welcome
we have to
change our mind on that.
We can't. The one that's on our side won't even change our mind.
We need to make that clear because it's not a trial then. We do not win this. I'm sorry, guys. We lose if that's the case. We have to plan something else. They are gods. It's like putting me in front of Hop. Hop will say all of us are evil. If you are not perfect, you are evil.
Well, no mortal is perfect, so by their definition, all mortals are evil. So we should all go to the abyss and help them.
Yes, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to send us directly to hell. The hells.
Not all mortals.
We need to make this clear that this is not a trial of our character.
We can stress that point as much as we want, and I have no doubt that they will push back, since it is already what they have been doing. That is why they've been asking us the questions and judging us based on that, based on the pieces that they have learned, based on the responses to us to them. They haven't presented any evidence. Everything they've done is based on what they are judging from us.
And let's really try to stick to that.
This is why I'm saying, try not to make enemies of the one that is even closest to helping us. Berating them, being combative to them, is not going to aid us in any way here.
I think we should still try to make her understand. Like, that's not what we're being judged on.
I'm not saying that's true, but there's ways to do it.
I'm gonna try not to fight with these people, but everyone, please stick to what we talked to earlier.
Agreed. I would like to hear that evidence, but I don't mind showcasing some of the better things that you have done to save this place that they have not.
I'm gonna start walking back, I guess. I think it's probably starting soon anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As you guys get back to where you are on the map, Bahamut immediately looks over.
I said recess was 30 minutes. You all are 24 seconds late.
Apologies, Bahamut.
Calm down, Bahamut. They are fine.
And when you say apology, Saren Ray gives you a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, somebody being a little nice.
I didn't say anything. That's perfect.
That is the best that you've done thus far.
I can't believe me apologizing is like the first respectful thing we've done.
Yeah. Well, Casimir has been surprisingly the most respectful one here.
He's trying not to get everyone killed.
For once, he's not the murder hobo.
He's diplomatic a lot of the time.
Yeah. All right. So, as I was saying, you guys walk up and he gives you that one little criticism, but after you apologize, he will sigh for a moment. Excuse me.
Then allow us to continue. I was informed during our recess that a potential deal was offered and struck. May I hear confirmation?
There was no deal struck. She actively gave it, as I was told. I'm trying to think of how 22 would word it.
Oh, you were fully aware of everything that was happening.
Oh.
It is your body.
We were given a deal that was actively, I will even say overtly wrong and not fair in any capacity. So, no deal was struck.
Very well. Then we continue on trial. The next course of action is the finding of proof.
Before we get there, Bahamut,
What, Ray?
I would like to suggest that we allow the floor to open up to them for them to speak of them own selves without being coerced by any of us.
To what end?
Our perceptions may have been skewed or altered by the words of another or by our own personal beliefs and even dogmas. Since we are not mortals, it is appropriate for us to listen to them describe themselves before we continue to judge them based upon their own characters. I vote that we do this.
I vote against it. I abstain.
Evandra smiles, looking at all of you.
Oh no.
I vote for this. So we end on a high note.
Not a bad idea.
All right, all right.
Let's do that. Can we have Casimir go first? Let's get the worst out of it.
Well,
You
then
believe
that would be
Casimir's
Elowen.
the worst. Okay.
Yeah, that would be
I think
Elowen then.
Elowen. Yeah, Elowen. Maybe we just line it up in order. Like
Yeah, I was thinking like Elwyn, Clover, Vindir, Casper.
Okay.
Clover's like very not evil, guys.
We don't know what you've done.
We could always
I
do
just-
it on who's
Hey, guys. I'm sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, just depending on, we should go in order of who's more pissed off with us the most.
Also, this is not whom is the least evil, but whom has done the most good. And Casimir is the longest running character in the group.
I'm fucked. I mean, what?
Hey, I got a backstory.
You sure do, yeah.
A what?
And this is your guys' moments to express that.
It has been decided then. Hey, do I get a vote? No.
No.
I'm gonna look
Sorry,
over
Aries, no.
Elowen. I'm gonna look over Elowen. It's a little weird that they put the two women on this side.
And then the old man.
Don't worry, you'll be safe.
What does it say that we've got the cat last in?
Is gonna speak up? I'm not a fucking cat.
I'm not a cat. Yeah, of course.
Alrighty.
The God of Truths could be here, say I'm a cat, and I'll say I'm not a cat.
Didn't we
Just a
already test
slinky.
that?
You're just a slinky.
I'm
Mhm.
getting you a hat of disguise and making you turn yourself into Tabaxi.
No.
Absolutely.
Just cast seeming on him every day.
Just shave him in his sleep. Done.
Ooh.
Alright, so shall we begin in order? Elowen, would you mind? Speak about your own self. Your character, your deeds, please.
I look very pathetically at Casimir. Like with a look like, what do I do? Well, I've what the fuck do I say? Without admitting myself. Not all my experiences have been crowned with success, unfortunately. I've tried to do good, but you know, some of them being ended failures, as you probably know it. But I try to make good. I'm just a bit too hot-headed, and can we go to the next question, please? I mean,
These aren't questions. We're trying to allow you to speak of some of your heroics. Tell us the good that you have done. Tell us deeds that you have done to help things. Tell us motivations behind things you've done. Anything. Anything to help us know what type of person you are.
well, it's quite recently, but I've noticed that the weave has been broken somewhere, and I'm trying to repair that. And I've contacted an individual and helping them rebuild the city so they can be free later on to help me with this endeavor. I've tried to help. Uh, um, was what was it with the never who the it was the layers the can't remember what the place was. It was the layers of not hell.
Where is from?
Where is from?
Where is from?
Okay. If-
Volition.
It's from
Mhm.
there.
Volition.
Okay, where there was like a bunch of layers.
Correct.
Yes.
We've been to Volition, tried to, stop some stuff from happening. Didn't work too well, but I try. And I need to-
Elaborate.
Well, there's been this girl, Lord who that was very intelligent. I thought I could, help her go along with the knowledge of my simulacrum, but that didn't end well.
Wait a moment. Are you saying you are the reason Nira Devu prematurely came into all of her power?
Yes.
Tell them how you. We are. Bahamut looks furious when you admit that.
You have to spin at this angle at this point, or we're fucked.
Why did
Tell
you do
them that the
this?
good things, not the terrible things. Same as out together.
Why? Just... Yeah, that's what she says. Why? Sarah and Ray will just exclaim.
Well, I guess I didn't think for going through this, and I'm trying to redeem myself. Well, we are boned. No.
Try to get your way out of this one. That's all I can say.
Anything else you've ever done? If you want to create some bullshit story of a heroic thing you've done in the past, feel free. But yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps for generations you might have taught at a school and, bred wizards and shared knowledge and,
Well,
helped
I-
further the education of a community and foster their well-being.
Maybe.
Maybe. Something other than genocide.
Oh my god. Or
Well, I could-
breeding or allowing Einstein to become Einstein at the age of 4, but with nukes.
Or it was Gandhi with nukes.
Gandhi with nukes, yeah.
Yeah. I could say like in the past, the reason I became a dragon was to end an apocalypse. Not apocalypse, but apocalypse on the ley line.
Elaborate.
Well, there was another dragon that was supposed to wake up, and instead it was supposed to end ley line, break apart some of the magic in there. Instead, I took the the magic that was supposed to weaken it, and put it into myself and became a dragon to prevent it from waking up. Which is why I became a dragon.
Do you expect us to weigh these two situations equally?
No situation are equal.
If I may interject, my friend Elowen here is being too modest. When she made the mistake of giving Niera power, she did it with the right intentions, and because of it, she actively stopped a universal ending prophecy, I was told. So when you make these considerations, please keep that in mind as well.
Which prophecy was this?
I will say they would not have told anything about the actual prophecy.
22, because I'm guessing 22 told her about Liara's betrayal, right? Or no?
No.
Oh, she wouldn't just know that? Okay, never mind.
No, why would she admit that one of her followers already betrayed her? Remember, she's very conceited. Very self-centered.
I would have saw the rock at Ares' place that Liara wrote, right?
That one, yeah.
There was I believe it's Ares knows more about this. I saw a rock and it was written.
Oh yeah. One of my not active worshippers, but kind of badass Liara. You guys know her? Excuse me? Oh, that's one.
Yeah. Just all of them have extreme reactions to Liara.
Liara.
She was beautiful. Perfect, honestly. Anyways, so yeah, she was gonna be responsible for some like world-ending blah 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 whatever happens, and I guess consequently because of them, because of you, Liara's dead. I guess.
He turns and looks over at you, Elowen.
Casimus just slowly nodding. Just like zoned out, but is slowly nodding. And
Good job, Natalie.
And that's why he has held such a grudge, because he blames it all on Elowen.
Elowen, I sort of saved you, ish.
And dug me into another hole.
I mean, it's better than 3 gods, right?
Hey, look at distraction.
Yeah. I'm gonna transform back into dragon because I feel threatened, but it's not the good reason, the good idea, because he wants to dragon fish.
Yeah.
But
that won't save
Sky
you.
fishing.
Sky fishing. Sky fishing.
Interesting.
Ares, my prey.
You already called dibs?
You already know I would have.
Fuck you.
He turns away. Ares, call him a great deal many things. You know he respects the law of dibs.
The law of dibs.
To him, it's a law.
Okay.
Respect dibs.
You also did hear that. You are officially marked as prey. And there was no... How do I say this? There was no lie in that word. Some point, Casimir will enact it.
Probably, yeah. So, moving right along.
Mhm.
So, in doing something, though ignorant, we may be able to perceive that as a net... we can't call that a positive at all.
I can. Positive.
Brightbridge nods slowly as well.
Oh God, Casimir.
A single tear comes down Casimir's cheek.
Oh no, he's fighting rage. That's fine.
So, perhaps you move on. She turns and looks at you, Clover.
My name is Natalie Gale, or better known as Clover by most. I was born in Exandria in ZODIAC, a member of the Empire. I'm very proud to be a member of the Empire. My father was one of the greatest archaeologists on the planet. I will not say the greatest because it will go to his head. And I think there's one that's better than him. Anyways, my father is very dear to me. And he was taken from me when I was about 8. No, not 8. 9. And I ended up running away 5 years later, trying to find him. I managed to join up with a lot of groups, but I shared the same visage as Timora, who considers herself, believe it or not, friends with some of you. And I helped give that group purpose in helping other people. It was called Fortune's Favored. And they managed to save people from fires, traveled around all of Wildmount helping people. During that time, I met another group of people who helped me find my father. And in that time, I managed to take out a Volstrucker cell, entire Volstrucker cell leading towards Trent. I managed to find a book of all the names of all the devils and have it destroyed. I managed a great deal of many things while I was doing this, where I took out a lot of bad entities. I realized growing up, though, I would need moral guides. And I thought the quickest way to know the best solution was to have one person that's always good and one person that's always bad, so you could see the middle ground. So I got Hop, or Serendipity here, and Ekra, who you talked to earlier. And Hop was willing to join me, Ekra not as much. They have become invaluable parts of my life, and I care for them both very deeply. When I hit the age of 17, so 3 years into my journey, I managed to find my father. I killed a great many vampires in the Shadowfell. Yeah, Shadowfell. I killed a great many vampires in the Shadowfell, to include, I think it was Radiki or Takashi or something like that was his name. Ratkashi or something, that was his name. He was holding many people slaves who I freed. I dedicated my life to priesthood when I learned that 22 was real, and trying to figure out the truth and help people. It's all I've ever wanted to do. And through my priesthood, I've continued to gain followers and advisors, such as Cold Steel here, who help me make better and better decisions. I've joined up with these people to destroy dimensional horrors and greater beings to make the universe a better place. We've recently destroyed one about a week ago. If you are judging us solely on our, but I beg you not to judge us on our characters, but judge us on what we are being tried for. Doesn't matter if I'm this saintly cleric. I'm here to be judged on if I wanted to destroy the gods. And I hope that answer is abundantly obvious, not just from my perspective, but from Timora's as well. That's ours.
You. Bahamut glares towards you, Vindir. Go next.
Okay. Well, I am Bendir. I am a war cleric for peace. Formerly, I was a cleric for Ira. And I roamed our planet, for 75 years, keeping peace, spreading it. And then my goddess sent me a message about a prophecy that would end everything. So she sent me out for the first time to prevent Exium's return from the Void Weavers. And then, as some of you already know, we were successful. Then, helped save a whole Zodiac castle and part of a city that got sent to the Abyss. And then, I had to kill a child and watch another one die to stop Exium a second time.
And you next. Brightbridge looks at you, Casimir.
Since we're doing life stories, apparently I'll try to keep mine short. I have lived quite a while. A good few years. Over my time, it's had its ups and downs. Since being turned, and the years before being turned, I served as a druid, becoming one with wildlife and learning in the teachings of my people. Such was not my fate. When that life was snatched away, and I became one of my kin. For a long time I was indentured into service. Such acts were not my own, but those that were ordered of and commanded of me. But since I gained my freedom a few years ago, I went adventuring, exploring this world, all of the world, trying to find my place in it, to see everything that I couldn't before. And in doing so, I've had great impact on a lot of things that I didn't expect to. A war ravaged on Zodiac. Those of a dragon, one of your, I believe your siblings, kin, one by the name of Vascarvin. The child of the Mother of Dragons, I believe.
They all look over at Bahamut and he nods.
She sought to ruin that world, have dragons rule over it. And a war was fought. A war in which I will not diminish those that fought in the war and lost their lives, but a war that I took part in as well. She was slain by my hands and many of her kin. Not out of the desire to see them dead, but to stop the atrocities that were happening. Then water rose grew unsettled, disturbed by even those of my oldest kin, by druids. Water threatened to consume all of the worlds. Once again, me and the people that I adventured with dealt with it. We allowed. What was her name again? What was the name of the water elemental?
Not
primordial.
Akui.
It's a simple name, but I can't remember it.
Fenthril was the character who released it.
Yeah, but what was the water's name?
I can't. That is so far back.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'll just say, like,
yeah.
When water was rising, threatening
Levy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Levy. Yeah.
When the water was rising, threatening not just my own world, but all of those within the universe. It was our efforts that quelled Levy and let them go back to sleep. I've been to a number of worlds, seen all of the problems, tried to aid in a number of areas. Some successful, some not. It happens, it is life. There's probably a number of more things that I could go into. Some, as Vinder's seen, plots to do with Exium's release of the... what's that word? What's the... all of the winter schools, what's the word called? Ley lines.
Ley lines, yeah.
Plots to undo the ley lines as a whole, to kill all of its heads, to have them replaced. Again, intervened, stopped. Citizens saved as they were thrust into the abyss, facing the abyss itself. And even though the city was saved, we were left behind and had to fight for ourselves. Did it need to happen? Demons were slaughtered, we protected those which we could. I am not saying that I am heroic by any means, but that does not mean I have not done my fair share. I suppose I did the one women vanilla. That's all I have to say. I don't need to explain the deeds that I am. Just because I'm despised for what I am, my actions don't show for it. Unless you count those that when I was indentured into service.
And last, Urgwald?
Urgwald would step forward. He's like, hello, everyone. My name is Urgwald. I hail from Volition. My tale begins when I was but a simple farmer. And my call to action was a fire that unfortunately claimed the lives of two children, Formir and Enos. I still see their faces every day. And I hope, at least wherever they are, they're looking on me and they are happy with what I've done. Not long after that, I met up with the group and started venturing with them, helping people here and there. Then on one particular mission, I failed saving one of the party members, a kobold named Laura. Still stings today to think about what I could have done differently to save them. Not long after that, there was a raid on a village near my hometown. Not my hometown, but near mine. I tried my best to hold them off, but there are still some people I failed to save, namely Bailey and Kit. two tabaxi that looked up to me, and well, I guess in a sense they are. Well, I hope now they're looking down on me. For that, I started traveling around my world more, so I've just branching out. There are some more people that I failed to save were Neil, a dwarf, Arnorn, an elf, and my previous adventuring group before I met these people. Unfortunately, they all died, and I was the only survivor. We were holding back a horde of goblins from overrunning a city, and I tried my best to save them, but I couldn't do it. That's not even the worst I've done. At the edge of the abyss, we met some kids, and they asked me to help them, and I have not been able to help them yet. I know you're asking for the good I've done, but to be honest, I can't remember much of the good. I only remember the people I failed, because that's what drives me to become better. So, sorry if that's not up to what you want, but that's how it is. And then no step back.
I've heard enough. Are you satisfied, Sarenrae?
Yes, I am.
Then we shall continue. Do you or do you not have in your possession an artifact capable of housing a god inside of it?
We'll look at Casimir.
Yeah, I just want to say that one. I think they need to say yes. Like, I don't see the way of saying no.
Yeah.
Urgold, I can say no, because he doesn't know that the mirror can hold gods. He knows what it held before, but not that it can hold gods.
There's no proof that our artifact could hold a god.
Bag of holding can hold a god. I think you're going to have to be more specific.
A mirror that is designed to house any entity within it, including that of a god.
Screw it.
Well, it only held a demon thing.
We need to
Holding
say yes.
demons is not that impressive compared to holding a god.
Yeah.
Just
We have
because
some-
it has the capacity to hold a god doesn't mean we're
Aware
I don't know
of
what
it.
you're trying to imply by saying holding a god.
Answer the first question.
Yes, we have the mirror you're looking for.
What
but
was your intention for gathering said mirror?
What do you mean gathering it? We defeated a foe and then the mirror was there. We didn't even know it was going to drop.
Yes,
We
we did.
did. We were literally
Yeah.
set
Out of
for
character.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of
100%.
character.
The
We
Raven
were
Queen straight up
literally
told
said
you
that.
it was there.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know it was going to be that powerful. We just knew.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I don't.
She
I
straight
don't
up
think
said
you were
this
here.
can be the thing. Yeah, I think that was the weeks you were
As-
missing. The Raven
Okay.
Queen straight up said, yeah.
Okay, sorry
As
about
stated
that.
earlier, we have been traveling, destroying greater beings that are threats to the universe. I think you can all agree the thing in there that we destroyed was a threat.
You destroyed it?
Yes,
How?
we killed it.
What was its name again?
I don't think we should say its name.
I know, but I'm gonna say its name because I want to see what happens.
But
Do
we
it.
have its show its
Do it.
weapon. Or I
Where
think
is it?
Casimir has a weapon.
Guys, has it?
Wait, where is it?
It's you listed the god's name on the demon's name on the
Like
god's
Zorid.
thing on the
Yes.
god page.
It was
Oh,
one of the more-
Zalzareth. Yeah.
Yeah.
The item that you are asking about, we do possess it. It housed a demon by the name of Zalzareth, which we
The entire realm shakes as soon as you say that word.
Good.
that we vanquished.
You vanquished. Did you commit the ceremony of removal?
I hallowed the ground where it was, yes.
Bahamut looks down, shaking his head.
Brightbridge, I'll make sure all transport into the abyss is shut off immediately.
Why would anyone be transporting into the abyss?
Because if you killed it, it went where it was last attuned to.
And where would that be?
The abyss.
The first layer of the abyss.
Then we'll just go kill it again.
And we did kill it once.
We are not permitting someone like her to go to that layer, are we?
Who are you permitting? Maybe devas that don't know regular combat control?
Don't be preposterous. Nothing of a divine order would step foot in there, or else they risk being stuck there permanently.
Then I think we're your best options.
You are not our best option. We cannot trust that one. I am at liberty to agree. As am I. I abstain.
Can
Who
we
cares?
pull
We're not
this
on trial
back?
for that.
Just by tone alone and reason for untrust, why? You don't. I've been pointing out this entire time that you have an agenda, and it seems more clear than ever now that you have an agenda just from that statement.
Chaos thrives in the abyss, and you are far too chaotic to be believed to be capable of being there without causing mass destruction or attuning and becoming a demon.
Can you
yourself.
please tell me the last time I caused mass destruction?
The last time what?
I caused mass destruction. Because I can name the last time I've seen agents of the Changebringer cause mass destruction, but I do not know the last time I caused mass destruction.
Indirectly correlated to you, I believe it was when the
I'm saying
truancy
directly.
officers. Oh, well, if we're just going to mask her over, then I haven't caused any mass destruction either. Stop bickering, you two.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
Vindir.
I want to make a point that we have stopped the release of Exium twice, knowing full well that Exium would destroy all the gods.
I
If-
call proof. Immediately, Serenray calls to you. Proof
Proof of what?
that you have stopped Exium from coming. I require proof for such a statement.
You don't think Nir Devu was going to do it?
Indirectly is not the same. Have you ever been to the abyss and stopped Exium?
We've been to the abyss, and we stopped him from doing things in the abyss.
Proof.
I'll show my
Actors on-
corruption.
I mean, I said my last
Hey.
thing about being at the abyss. You didn't say anything about that being fake.
No, because you weren't claiming Exium. That's the whole.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you show your corruption?
Yep.
Immediately, Bahamut begins taking a breath, and Brightbridge leans forward looking at it.
I guess I'll show my corruption too, just to doubly verify.
You really did.
So if I wanted all the gods dead, why would I stop Exium? It's easier to kill one than all. So I'd let Exium do all the work.
We mentioned the city that got sent to the abyss. We freed it from there. Agents of Exium sought to do it. Sought to release him on both ZODIAC and the ley lines. And we have people that can confirm this is true.
Who?
I will give them Bulkhead's daughter.
Desmond.
Oh,
Yeah, Desmond might be a better one.
I'll give Desmond as well. But I'll give Bulkhead's daughter as the contact for like the people that they were dealing with.
Desmond Tiny, Evandra will speak up. That entity is nearly as chaotic as Clover. Who would ever believe a word that comes from him? Brightwood immediately chimes up. I would. As would I.
And I believe if you summon him and see him, there's also something else that you will find out.
Well, regardless, it's impossible to call forth Desmond Tiny. He is protected from all manners of teleportation and divination. Not all. You would really break your own law of rule of Arcana to bring him forth. In this situation, yes, I would. I grow tired of your games, Evandra. I too would like to hear from the halfling of Des Tiny. I'm with them. Brightbridge will look over at all of you. Agree to these terms, as I am about to break one of my own rule of law. I call forth Desmond Tiny. If he confirms and collaborates with what you were speaking of, then I will view you all as innocent.
I accept.
If I find, he holds up his hand, he does not collaborate with you. 1,000 years in service to the Nine Hells. Avernus, front lines fighting the demons. Each of you.
Okay.
I accept the terms for myself.
I'll accept
Same.
myself.
As will I.
I don't know this Desmond person, but seems they're all very confident, so I'll accept.
He looks towards you, Elowen.
I accept.
Very well. Brightbridge begins to glow his hands in a small circle where you all see this doorway opens up and Desmond is sitting down in a chair, leaning over a bowl of soup, blowing against the carrots as it seems to be steaming hot. And he turns and looks inside. And he begins
Desmond.
trying to dispel magic in this teleportation circle as Bahamut reaches his claw out towards him and plucks him out from that room. Shoot! No! You can't do that. You can't break. You're breaking your own rule of law. That's your rule of law, Brightbridge. You can't do that. Why? Oh, of course it's fucking you. He just looks over at Casimir and Vindir.
What's up, Desmond? Long time no see.
You fuckers. You gave me eyes just so I'd fucking die and see it.
You will not be harmed here.
This
Not
is
unless
life and
that one
death.
has her way.
He cannot give you promises.
I'm fucking Bahamut. Wait, right? Saren? Eric? What type of shit show am I in the middle of right now?
You're
Welcome,
being called as
Desmond.
witness.
For
Witness-
our trial.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I don't,
We just need you to tell the truth.
that one's you need? Okay.
We need you to collaborate on a story of theirs. They spent time in the abyss.
Okay.
I said collaborate.
We got
Yeah. They totally did. They spent the entire city of Morian got sent there, and they in fact chose to go. Well, some of them chose to go there, and they're entirely to blame. I'm so used to blaming them. To thank for the entire city getting out, or at least 3 of them. I don't know who the hell the dragon is, and I don't know Natalie Gale.
What?
Oh, I know your dad,
What?
world's greatest archaeologist, right?
Yeah, one of.
Yeah, he tried destroying one of my excavations because I hired your uncle.
Shut up, we're talking about something else.
Yeah, okay. Hi. Anyways, Yeah.
Small universe.
Your dad knows some heroic people, man. Anyways.
So, continue on.
Well, I sought an arcane way of transporting the city back, and they were seeking a way to track down whom was to blame for what was occurring and finding a more active way of getting out. In doing so, they managed to find... He looks over at you, Kaz, and Vindir, more importantly, looking for permission to continue.
What is it about to say next? Because I need a refresher.
That's when you guys moved your way all the way to the first layer, chasing down a cultist that was trying to free Exium.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's exactly what I'm looking to hear.
I just nod.
Well, if Vindir's cool with it, I'll keep going. Okay. So yeah, they continued their way down. And they managed to find a easier way to slip through all the cracks. They were trying to chase down someone who was trying to free he whom shall not be named.
Exium.
Oh, you're not supposed to say it.
Stop.
Okay. Yeah. So they were chasing him down. And they made it all the way to the bottom layer where they managed to get out. Of course, not without some abyssal corruption. And it was actually thanks to Liara that I got my eyesight back. So, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
The story has collaborated well enough to appease me. And me.
Me too.
Now, we have to decide what to do about one of the generals of his armies coming back. Brightbridge, if you will. Bring me to the Divine Corridor. I need to summon a say-so. Of course.
And you see this very bright, shining bridge emanates immediately behind them as the two begin walking up it, and Saren Ray begins walking as well. See you guys.
Are we free to go?
I do not lie. You collaborated.
Then he just turns and keeps walking.
Wait.
The
Alright,
bridge swooping them up from behind, leaving just Evandra before you. And I think this is a great place to go and leave off the session, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yes. There was a story about